Hey guys, I have a very special treat for you. The TheMountainRN is back in Seattle, so he came down here for a camping trip and a medical thing, right? And so he came over here in the afternoon. So we're going to talk medical stuff. He brought some cool gear, and now TheMountainRN even brought a wound for me. So we get to check out a wound because that's your area of specialty. So we have a wound on the finger. So let's get started with a special video featuring the TheMountainRN on some cool gear. We'll do some wounds, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So let's get started. All right, so for those of you that aren't familiar with the TheMountainRN, he has a YouTube channel all on medical stuff and no nonsense. It's just right down to the facts and everything with supporting articles. And he brought some goodies in here in this bag, so I think I'm gonna take home almost all of this stuff, right?
You're taking all.
Taking all of it.
It's all for you.
That's awesome. So we've been working actively on well, he's doing all the work, and we're gonna pretty it up maybe, and that's my contributing factor. But on a kind of a modern first aid wound dressings and everything for first aid kit for just a complete bug out system, emergency system. So here he has some various modules. There's an infections one for bones. So it's kind of like taking the tiered approach that I use in a lot of my bobs and taking that and using it more towards a medical kit. So having stuff for burns is a module, having bone fractures is a module, having wound care, dental, all of those are various modules for the kit. So what are some of the cool things that we should show?
Well, this is
yeah, that's my favorite.
This one, why I say the bones. So you got the big one.
Yeah.
The thing with the AG is that it kills everything. So right now there's no resistance versus antibiotics and stuff because silver kills bacteria in about 6 different ways. So bacteria doesn't have time to adjust.
So when you see AG, that's silver.
And usually the package for those ones, it looks like silver.
Okay,
then
cool.
you know it has this thing. And so if you would have, like, this is why it's in the bone category, if you would have an open wound fracture, that means like the bone's getting out of the skin, they're very at risk to have infection going in. Well, now if you put a little dressing like this when you do your thing, and this one is about, it's 2 by 2, so it's very small, so it's about the size for the wound. You put that on, wrap it up, and now you can do your stuff. Now your wound is better prepared and is repaired for if you have a bone injury.
Cool.
This one, I put it as hemostatic, so basically any bleed that you can have. This one actually has a pretty cool stuff. So there's a...
No, I see a condom in there.
Yes, yes, and actually we'll because there's a little bit of wilderness medicine in this.
All right.
So this is, not many people know about this one. It's called the SWAT-T Tourniquet. It has, as you can see, multiple purpose.
It's a nice size too.
Yeah, and so how it goes is basically it's like a big thing of rubber, and when you pull it to know if you're at the right pressure, your size, your kind of zero looks different shape.
Oh, and they're kind of showing that there.
Yeah, so you know that you have pulled it strong enough to have no pulse. So this is as a tourniquet. Yeah. But the beauty with this is that, and this is what I carry in my kit, so it's small.
That's a great size.
But now if you, let's say you do have, let's say, a bone again, now I can use this around to just make an improvised splint, because I can use it as a splint.
Yeah.
And you can also use it as a, not as a tourniquet, but as a pressure dressing. So if somebody's bleeding a lot, now you can just apply enough pressure to stop the bleeding by...
And the circles are the indicator, so
yeah,
it goes so
that's what they say here. Elastic wrap, pressure dressing, tourniquet. So you got 3 in one little package like this. And then the famous...
I'm trying to dodge the wind as we go here because it's a little windy over.
And then the condom.
Yeah, what is that for?
So this is... I have safe sex
first and foremost.
But the second thing is that in the outdoor, a big thing, and I did a video on my, and maybe link it.
Yeah, we'll put a link.
The use of a Foley catheter. So when you go in the hospital, they put this if they want to monitor your urine output and things like that. as you can see, it's very small, very compact. It stays sterile because I kept it in this package, and all I did is basically suck the air out of it. There's a little balloon at the end of this, and there's a little hole. And so in some place like Africa and things where that's all they have, what you can do, and we saw many videos on survival, that this can hold about 1 liter of water. If you, for example, get a gunshot wound in the abdomen, even if you try to apply pressure, you won't be able to touch. But now I can put this in. Condom is sterile, this is sterile. I attach the condom at the end, and this I can include water in, and it creates a balloon. And that will create the pressure. So basically, I put my condom on the top, I can do this, insert that in the wound, and then get some fluid inside, the balloon goes in and will create pressure.
That sounds awesome. So a lot of people use the tampon they talk about wanting that but this seems like
But this is a direct
you're stopping the bleeding, you're not just absorbing.
The other advantage also that you can use, and this is more again in this little thing is actually very good. It's called the ALSO, so it's the Advanced Life Support Obstetric. So it's a course that we can do as a healthcare professional. And if somebody bleeds, which sometimes can happen, postpartum hemorrhage, you can use this as well. Basically, you do this, put that in. Same concept. So basically, again, now you have two uses that you can use this thing, and it stopped bleeding. And this other little dressing here that you can see, a lot of people talks about this is more advanced dressing if you want. But basically, it's made out of calcium. Well, there's different sections, but a lot of time they have calcium alginate, or some of them will be made with shrimps. So the red of the shrimps, or that's what they have inside. Basically, when blood goes, it transfers calcium, it creates a clot, and now you can stop bleeding with this. So sometimes if you have like not so much an open wound, because those are other dressing like more for trauma, but if you have, let's say, a skin tear or something, sometimes we'll use this for stopping the bleeding. You put pressure on this stuff, and then you can stop. And this dissolves in the skin. You don't even need to remove it after and stuff. It will be absorbed by the body. It's not really like
all the stuff that you show me is usually expensive stuff because it's better than the gauze and things like that,
so
where they can make a profit.
It's a little bit on the expensive side.
I'll put links to this in the description box. Let's go through a few more, and then we'll break up this video and we could do we'll talk about your boo-boo that you brought with us too. So, maybe that bath thing that you're showing. Man, you got so much stuff here. I'm gonna have to break up this video into multiple parts, it looks like.
So
yeah, these are really cool.
This I just found out when I did my last research. Again, I didn't try it. It's a concept and everything. It's called dry bath, and it comes from Africa. Cape Town, South Africa. And basically, in this, so as my thumb as for reference, in this size, you can take a full bath, no water. So there's like a little line here. And you kind of squeeze the gel out, and basically the full body of an average person, they say one thing. So if the concept works, this is 2 days of cleaning.
That's awesome. That definitely has to. I'm gonna be testing this out, doing a future video on it to see if it should be included in my hygiene module. But so it works. It's different than just having like a hand sanitizer, alcohol-based hand. It's like a real bath.
You see, it's deionized water, glycerin, potassium, aluminum, glycol. So it's much better than, it's like soapish. Not just alcohol swab and stuff. So.
Well, how about we go through one more thing, and then we'll take a sneak peek at the wound, and then go from there. Again, all of these are broken up into modules based off of the type of medical treatment.
Here. So we were talking before about CPR module. This is a full CPR module. That's how thin it can be.
And this isn't just I mean, you have the tube and everything in there.
Yeah, so basically this has an
That's
NPA,
no joke,
so
yeah.
if you have an unconscious patient, you can put this in.
Yeah.
You have another one here, so that means you can go through the tongue and hold it in through the lips if they're very unconscious. And they're semi-conscious, you can use this in pretty much any person. And this is the advantage of OPA, oropharyngeal airway, versus NPA, nasopharyngeal airway, versus OPA, oropharyngeal airway, which are the hard tubes. Is that one size you can't cut it because it's a measurement.
Yeah.
So my size would be probably this, but the smaller person would be smaller. But because it's soft, you could cut it to the size that you need. And basically, so with one size, you can use it for different people.
That sounds. I mean, I see a lot of kits. Even mine, I think I have this particular CPR mask, but not with all the. You have the gloves in there. It looks like.
I got a full glove. I got a disinfectant, and I think it is also a bag for. Yeah, there's a bag also for after you finish everything. Yeah. And I would add like maybe an aspirin and stuff. And so now if somebody has,
it's a complete CPR module. It's not just a mask. It's
you can
everything in there.
Close it, and if you have an unconscious person,
and that size is, I mean, that's no bigger than my Altoids 10, which you see here. Well, awesome. Well, let's break this up and let's move on to part 2. Let's take a quick little sneak peek at what are we going to be fixing here on the wound that you have. You saved it. Okay, there we go.
So I pinch my finger.
You pinch your finger, so we're gonna drain it, or
drain it, yeah.
All right,
drain it and put a dressing.
Stay tuned for part 2, in which we're gonna drain the MountainRN's wound that he brought all the way from Canada. All right, leave your comments below in the comments section, and stay tuned for more videos featuring a lot of this medical stuff that the MountainRN was kind enough to bring. See you guys.